I think I would break it up into 2 or 3 categories. And I think that's true for today. If you were asked to ask me what is your kind of interaction with your colleagues, because it's more a function of the personality type, right? So, for instance, there was one course I did, it was a project course with Professor Anil Gupta, and that was more on the whole social impact in those areas, and it was a very personal and a very friendly and a very come to me anytime you want kind of an interaction, and he guided me through that project beautifully. I really loved that set of credits I took. So that was, sort of one kind of interaction. The other kind of interaction was very, very professional, very structured. So again, somebody like a Professor Labdhi Bhandari. So he would give, first of all, very few people got, his course was not a lecture course, it was a project course. And he would give our group, each group, 15 minutes in a week to come and discuss and clarify any doubts. That's it. And you would be thrown out in 15 minutes. So the amount of preparation you had to do and the debate within the group to saying, why are we asking him this? We can answer this ourselves. Or why are we asking him? This really requires us to do field work. So we only went to him with very, very precisely worded conceptual clarity kind of questions. So that interaction was very crisp, very professional, so that was the second category of interaction. The third was, I would say, somewhere in between these two. And for instance, Manak, and Professor Raghu was always very sympathetic to our types who were not CAs, and I literally had to understand what is debit, what is credit from a scratch. So very accessible. He would allow us to come to his home. So that's how we discovered where the faculty actually live. And he would say, if you have any doubt, come across. And 3 of us would, and we were like sort of one gang who were non-CAs and constantly wanting explanations. So we would troop down to his house, and he would always give us a warm cup of tea. And so I think it was, like that. Then there was, of course, Professor Mote, who was the most challenging, professor, and he would, as I often say that, in the whole, that time we used to have, I think, 2-hour classes, classroom sessions. He would spend 80% of that time, maybe more, forcing us to think about what is the real problem in the case. And, we wouldn't get it. I mean, we just wouldn't get it. He had to prod and push and challenge, and that if you don't get the problem identification right, you've just lost the whole case. So very challenging, interaction. He would throw bits of chalk at us, and that's how he would express his displeasure, and one it would come. But that's what we remember, and we still recount when we meet, our batch and we have our reunions. We still love Professor Motin. We love what he taught us, that if you don't understand the problem, you're wasting your time.